Hey everyone, so I am back with my tutorial for a big volume sexy hairdo. I normally wear my hair down and I like a lot of volume. I mentioned in an earlier video about the products I use before I dry my hair to give it some extra volume, and some of those are the Big Hair Rocks by Rock Your Hair Size Matters. This is a root lifting spray, and how you use this is I usually put my hair up in a towel or a wrap for a little while, usually while I do my makeup, and let it dry about a third of the way before I put my products in. And first I do the root lifting spray, just flip my hair upside down, spray it in the roots, easy as it sounds. The next item that I put in is the 24-hour body mousse by TRESemme. Love this mousse, smells great, definitely gives me a little bit of extra volume. My hair's flat now, but it's usually much more flat and thin. So this definitely helps a lot. And the last thing that I spray in my hair while it's damp before blow drying is the Rock Your Hair Get a Lift Volumizing Spray for fine hair. Love it. It smells really fruity. It feels kind of like a hardening texture when you first spray it on and as you dry it, but when you brush it, it gives you that extra little bit of volume and that extra little bit of just a little oomph to your hair. So these products are great, and like I said, I just spray them into damp hair and blow dry my hair upside down. I usually try and tease a little bit while I blow dry. And my part, I like to part my hair here and to the side. Wherever you like to part your hair is fine for this hairdo. You don't have to part it to the side. You can do it straight down the middle. But like I said, I like mine a little bit to the side. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just go ahead and brush it out and make sure there aren't any knots or anything going on like that. And you can use just your regular round brush. You can use, whatever type of brush you have. A boar bristle brush works really well for what we're gonna do as far as back. It's called back brushing, and I'll show you how to do that. Kind of like teasing your hair. But there's, several different types of brushes that you can use. So I just picked up this little packet of plastic brushes. It was $1. It has several different types and sizes. But I'm going to use this one here, and I like this tool because it has the pointed tip so that you can easily part your hair or pick up different pieces like we're going to be doing, and it has fine teeth on it for the teasing and back brushing that we're going to be doing to the hair. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to brush my hair back. I'm kind of going to face my mirror a little bit. I'm going to brush my hair straight back, and I'm going to take this comb with the tip, and I'm going to go right about to the crown of my head. With this style, I'm going to put on a headband. I usually like to wear a headband, or I'll put a bow barrette. I'm real big on bows. I wear a bow with just about everything. So I'm going to leave about this much of my hair that's going to be my forward pieces. And then from about here back, these are going to be my volumized pieces that are going to give that lifting effect. So I'm going to take a section of hair about right here on my crown, and you just want to it doesn't have to be absolutely a perfect line. You just want to take a section of hair and about this thick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to put it about right here, and I'm going to back brush and just kind of tease it up a little bit. And you just kind of loosely hold the hair at the top, and it's going to look kind of like a rat's nest. You kind of want to get that ratty effect right there, because that's what's going to give you that volume. And you're not going to be able to see that afterwards once we do the brushing. So you just kind of get it kind of even right there on the crown. And then you want to take your hairspray and you're going to spray right there on the roots and a little bit up onto this portion of the hair. And you kind of want to do this quickly. I'm, demonstrating, so I'm not doing it quite as fast, but you want to do this. You want to spray it, and then I always have an extra can of hairspray around, and you kind of just want to fold your hair over the top and pull it over the can. And what this is going to do is this is going to kind of help freeze that into place. And you can kind of, if you want, you can do a shot over top. And you just kind of want to freeze those hairs in place. And then when you move your hairspray can away, your hair should stick up like that. Depending on how much you tease it or how thick your hair is, it'll be different. And I just give it a little shot just to kind of freeze it into place. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the piece of hair, the same size, same portion, directly behind this piece. And you just kind of stick your brush in and kind of move across just to get a portion of hair in the right size. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, perfect lines or anything. You just kind of want to get right behind the last piece that you made. And I'll just brush these pieces down and just kind of, and then you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to back brush or brush down or tease or whatever you want to call it, just to get that poofy effect. And like I said, you can use a regular brush. A boar bristle brush usually works fine, but something that's going to get that knotting effect that you want. And then we're going to spray it with hairspray, and then we're going to put the can into this kind of curling shape to freeze it into place. And then we'll just give her another little shot of spray and let it out. Okay, now we can flip this piece back over so we can see what we're doing. And then what you're going to do from here is you're going to do this on the sides of your hair, and we'll also do the front bang portion. Let me show you on a side. Like I said, we're going to have a headband, so I want to leave this portion straight down, and we want to bring this portion of my hair backwards. So, same thing, back brush. And then sometimes if your hair is a little thinner and you can't quite get it to back brush and stick into place and stay there, if you spray it with a little bit of hairspray and then back brush it, it definitely helps with the teasing effect and getting that poofiness that we're looking for here. And you definitely want to make sure the sides are even of it. And then we're going to spray it and freeze it into place. Just kind of let it set, let it get solid, and then pull the hairspray can away and spray. And right now it's kind of looking crazy. You kind of look like Medusa, and you'll have different areas all sticking out and just kind of everywhere. But that's okay. That's what you want. And so we'll go ahead and do this other side. And just do a shot of spray on this side. And we will back brush. And it's kind of hard to do it in the mirror here as opposed to in my vanity mirror in my bathroom. But okay, so these are going to be your back pieces. These are going to be the pieces that give you the height and that will go straight back, as opposed to when I show you here in a second when we do the side pieces. They're going to be the ones that are going to stick out. right to left and give you your width. Now, I usually do my 3 main pieces as my back. If you have thicker hair, or you have somebody to help you do your back portions back here, you could always add 2 more on the sides or in the back just for extra volume. Or if you want to do a different style for the back of your hair, I usually just like mine straight. But you can do more in the back. You don't have to just do the 3 on the crown. The next pieces that I usually do are my side pieces, and that's going to be these portions under here. And this is going to be, like I said, what gives you your width, and these are going to kind of give you a little bit of volume on the bottom of your hair as well. So we're going to do a spray, just a little bit on the root, and then come in and back brush and tease this area. I'm going to go ahead and use my regular round brush for this. And you want to make sure you brush out your ends as you pull out, because you don't want them to get all knotty. And then we'll do a shot and freeze it into place. And spray it down. And we'll do the other side real quick. Just kind of tease it in there. We're going to spray and freeze it into place, and then it will stick out like this, kind of crazy looking. Now for the front portion of my hair, like I said, you see mine are bangs are grown out, and I have them parted to the side. I usually take about this half and half portion, and with my bangs I'm going to go with these, and I'm going to tease and back brush, and I want to go straight up with those. And then I will spray and then just kind of pull to the side. And then I will do the other portion. You could do them all at the same time if you wanted to, depending on how you have your hair. Now I'm going to do this little portion right here. Alright, so now that we have hair all over the place, what I'm going to do is just kind of take my fingers and just kind of loosen it up a little bit. Kind of place it out a little bit, spread it where I see any spots. And then right now it looks kind of crazy, but this part right here is really what's going to help when it comes to making sure that you don't have any big gaps. And what I say by gaps is, now that we have our hair all broken out into all these sections, you're gonna when we brush it out, we want to make sure that we don't see where all those sections are. So you want to get it nice and even, and you'll see, you know, it'll be nice and voluminous, but you won't have lumps everywhere and holes that you can see through like you can now. Okay, so with this hairdo, I am going to go ahead and with this part, I'm going to go underneath and just kind of brush it once or twice. You don't want to full on brush your hair, because then all the work that you did, it will disappear. So you just kind of lightly go over the top and just kind of work your hair into place. Just kind of get the hard parts of the hairspray brushed out, and get the seams kind of filled in. Now you see I have this area I'm leaving alone right here. I'm going to put a headband in. So I left that kind of alone so that I have a place for it to sit comfortably. And sometimes like this you get a little bit too much hairspray in one spot, but I'll just brush it and it'll soften up and even out and all that. So just kind of give it a good brushing. And now that it's kind of halfway brushed through, what I'm going to do is put my headband in. I've never worn this headband yet, it's new, so we'll see if I like it. And I'm kind of just going to set it in that line that I left. And since my hair is teased, you know, sometimes you gotta like kind of find a spot to wiggle it through because it's kind of poofy, and so just kind of set it down in there. This headband's alright. So now that we have it like this, I'm going to brush it around the headband. And just lightly, kind of lightly brush it, because like I said, you don't want all that volume to go away. And if you see like a line or a gap in the middle, just kind of run your brush through and just kind of piece it all together. Pull this back a little bit. Alright, so now, like I said, I've never worn this headband before. It's okay. I have some other ones that would have probably looked cuter with this hairstyle, but they're elsewhere in the house, and I'll have to rummage around and pick one out for next time. But there you go. Here is a big volume hairdo. Super easy. All you need is a brush and a can of hairspray. And if you want to add something like a headband or a bow, sometimes I'll use a cloth clip bow and just do right there in the corner. But it's definitely easy. You don't need rollers, you don't need a curling iron, you don't need any of that stuff. All you need is a handy dandy can of hairspray and a brush or a comb or a pick or any kind of utensil you can think of that you brush your hair with. So I hope you enjoyed my super easy big voluminous sex kitten hairdo tutorial. And like I said, love these products. The Your Hair Rocks products, you can get these at Sally's. I've even found them at Walmart sometimes. They're a little more expensive than your regular you know, like a Suave or a Pantene or something like that, but it's definitely worth it, and they smell great. And yeah, so there you go. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks.